It's not only unfair, it's unconstitutional. That's what these people say about the way Tom Woodard lost his job more than 2 weeks ago.
It's about everyone's rights. The government should not be allowed to delve into our personal lives, no matter who we are. Otherwise, you know, you've got a crusade starting all over again, and we can decide to remove people from their jobs because they're Jewish or female or black or because they have red hair.
Now Woodard is fighting to get his job back, and his attorney says he'll take it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court if necessary.
If his position is returned to him, it makes a statement that we all are going to be treated equally, no matter what race, color, creed, or sexual preference.
Organizers say there would have been more people here, but other supporters fear they too could lose their jobs. But more than a dozen activist groups were represented, including the ACLU, the National Organization for Women, and the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force.
One person who was not here was Sheriff Walt Gallagher, but earlier this week at a brief news conference, the sheriff said Woodard was not fired, not even forced to resign, but quit on his own so his sexual preferences would not be made public.
Not everybody here was in support of Woodard. Members of the Ku Klux Klan marched in a circle around the park, holding signs with anti-homosexual slogans. Orlando police stayed nearby to be sure the rally stayed peaceful. Woodard says he's willing to take his fight as far as necessary, but all he wants is his job back, his dignity, and a public apology.
I did a good job. Like my record states, I've never had any problems with the sheriff's office before until this time.
Thomas Woodard was at the rally today with his attorney by his side. He says he's overwhelmed by the support he has received. Billed as a protest against bigotry, discrimination, and homophobia, supporters of Thomas Woodard were vocal in their comments today.
We ask you to stand with us because this is not a gay rights issue. This is a situation that threatens your rights and the rights of your children.
The rally also attracted a small group of Ku Klux Klansmen who held a counter-protest and concerned citizens like Rose Buss and her 14-year-old daughter, Kelly.
I have children. I don't want them living in a society that discriminates against specific groups. Today it may be the gay group. Who's to say who it will be tomorrow?
The supporters of Thomas Woodard would like to see Woodard get his job back and in the process get a public apology from Sheriff Gallagher. But the chances of those requests becoming reality at this time are slim. Woodard claims he was given an ultimatum, resign or be fired, because he's bisexual. Sheriff Walt Gallagher claims Woodard resigned on his own. If this all works out for you, could you go back to the Sheriff's Department in Orange County?
Yeah, I think so, because the deputies and my friends that have worked with me throughout this whole time have never had any problems before. Why should they have any problems now?
A legal showdown in the courts is brewing. Woodard's attorney has filed suit in an effort to get his client's job reinstated.
So we'll start in Orange County. If we don't get legal redress in Orange County, to the 5th District Court of Appeals, to the Florida Supreme Court, and then on to through the federal system and ultimately to the Supreme Court if necessary in the United States.
The members of the gay and lesbian community have called upon the Orange County Commission to enact legislation that would ban discrimination based on sexual orientation.
Now, in a related matter, a gay and lesbian rights group today asked for a private meeting with the sheriff to discuss concerns that the department may be discriminating against homosexual citizens. They also demanded an apology for Gallagher's recent remarks calling homosexuality immoral and inexcusable.
Is the door still open for him to get his job back?
Not as a probationary deputy, not as far as I see.
Since Woodard left his job a month ago, various groups, including We the People Gay and Lesbian Coalition, have rallied to his defense. At a press conference today, they again demanded that Woodard be given his job back.
Well, the local gay community came out again today in support of Woodard getting his job back. Gay leaders held a news conference and handed out a position paper today asking that Woodard be reinstated. But they want more than that. They want a police council to discuss gay and lesbian issues. And they've asked the sheriff to give them an answer about that police council by June 15th.